That's so strange that you come from the acting capital of the world in a
And
sense.
I go to Delhi.
And you go to Delhi to learn. I mean, although NSD and Barry John and other people like that are there, but still.
Yeah, which
there
is
are
why
enough people in Bombay that you could have learned from.
Yeah, they looked at me like a bit of a freak actually. Because they used to be like, so where are you from? I used to be like, from Bombay.
And from like, Juhu no less. It's not like a South Bombay boy or something, you know?
Yeah, it was a bit strange. But I think that's where Barry's place was where I actually started enjoying the process of it, you know, the craft of acting and, you know, all that goes into it. I think that's where it really triggered off and I said, okay, this is something I really want to do.
And what else have you got that you're excited about coming up? There's Lamha, which is the Kashmir story.
Yeah.
Did you feel, because Bipasha ran away from Kashmir saying that I feel a bit like, you know, unprotected here?
It is difficult shooting in Kashmir, honestly, and it becomes even more difficult because you're shooting with Sanjay Dutt, who's number 1 to 10 there, you know. He's the biggest star there, so there's going to be huge crowds and they're difficult to control, and there is a little, you know, constant fear. So it is difficult to shoot there. But I think
so the fear is hardly of the terrorists, it's more of the just the armed janta kind of thing that might...
Yeah, it's just, you know, it's that constant, because you've heard so many stories in Bombay and you constantly hear about stuff that's happening in Kashmir. So when you go there and there's huge crowds there and, you know, you're shooting with the army which got guns and stuff, it's just a little intimidating and it can be a little scary. But we went back there and we shot the film there as well. So.
But you also created an entire Kashmir in film studio.
Well, that was the plan to begin with, because we had to shoot portions of it here, and yeah, so it is a difficult film. I mean, it is one of those films which is a really difficult story to tell. It's something which is, you know, every time you talk about Kashmir in Hindi films, it's jingoistic. Yeah, I think there's the first time there's an attempt to put in a lot of money, make it commercial, but still probe the truth of Kashmir. So I think that is something which is difficult.
That in itself is a very hard task, because what is the truth of Kashmir?
Yeah, which is
depends on which side you're looking at.
Which is what we've tried to do. We've tried to look at it from as many sides as is possible without being jingoistic.
And how has it turned out?
It's I mean, I shouldn't say it now. I mean, it's quite like silly for me to say that it's really nice. I've seen bits of it and it's looking quite spectacular actually.